Dobrý večer, přátelé, dobrý večer. Jdeme něco maličko odehrát. Přeci jen ještě. Tak. No, zjistíme, co je v tom tabletu, co bylo v tom tabletu. Aha, já jsem zase přetížený, protože nemáme jeho. Oh. Tak něco rozebereme. Tohle to už nebudeme potřebovat asi. Sakra, tady přece nemám tolik věcí. Já to budu mít určitě v surovinách, že? Spoustu těch věcí budu mít v surovinách. No, jasně. Kovo. Jak moc váží kovo? Podíváme se, jestli nemůžeme si něco zlepšit. Co já tam mám? Lepší kritický zásah. Ale lepší kritický zásah 3 si tam můžu dát. Cože tam mám? Větší zásah. Větší zásah 2. 3 nemůžu, ale 2 si tam aspoň můžu dát. Větší zásah 2. Větší zásah 3. OK. No, nemám elektroniku. Vojenský štít. Zdokonalíme jí ten základní štít aspoň trošku. Potom jí dáme něco jiného. To nemá sílu. A tohle to už vylepšený má. Tohle vylepšení taky má. Koňský nohavice, já jsem ještě nevylepšil nic jiného totiž. A bodky, OK. Hele. Tak. Jsme na tom. Sakra, ještě kousek. Skoro je nepoužívám, měl bych začít. No vida. No vida.
Looks like patience is gone. Judging by the mess, I doubt he left willingly. Bet you all the serum in the world the fucking ASC's behind all this. They need to be stopped before they overrun Noctis. And I need to find patience. Fuck, and the tablet.
Co je za technomanty?
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Tak. Všechny ostatní mise se mi stornovaly. Na mou duši, teďka se mi všechno stornovalo. Nebo stornovalo. Prostě to není dostupné. Aha. Já ti ho tam teď pomůžu. Nepomůžu. Pěkně. Jsem si myslel, že nejdřív v pohodě pořešíme toho.
After trailing the groups you mentioned, it's obvious that they each have a few people among them who aren't just looking for you, but purposely seeding unrest in the population and maybe pushing for an uprising.
Then we need to stop it.
Here's a description of everyone we found. Give me your map. There. I've marked every place you can find them. Shouldn't be hard for you to get them now.
To bude asi provázaný, tedy.
scum back home one piece of shit at a time until their big shit boss finally gets the message they ain't wanted here.
Just as long as it doesn't push Victor to send twice as many people back.
Not a chance now that Dandolo can't deny that ASC's a problem here anymore. No, now he's gonna be forced to deal with them.
To, jak hodně rychleji lezou zkušenosti. Stále nemůže, ale tohle to už může. Tohle můžeme rozebrat. Tady nemůže nic ještě. Tak nic, no. Hele, hele, hele. Tak a už může i tady něco z toho. Tak. To máme, ale... OK. Tak. Aspoň na dvojce to má teďka všechno. A musíme někam nahoru. Jo, vezmeme to tady. Tyhle a potom se jdem sem. Uráž. Aha, potřebujeme obratnost na to. Ale ty by si ho mohla mít už. Jo, ono to je pod náma. Kritický zásah. Aha. No, tak prozatím si to vem ty. Řenku, odskočím si. No.
Zachariah, you look...
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia. I'm fine, thanks. Tell me more about you growing up.
What's there to say? I was a ward of the state.
Wait, what?
Who the hell told you that?
Sure, sorry. Yeah.
No, nic jiného nemůžem.
Greetings, Zachariah.
Zachariah, I was just starting to worry.
What for?
Bad news, I'm afraid. The ASC's not only in Noctis, but they're starting to threaten its safety. I know you did what you could to get rid of their spies, but if you stay here, they'll come back. And now we may be open to a direct attack from Abundance. I'm sorry, Zachariah. They're after you and your friends. I can't risk the safety of all my people for just you.
So you're turning your back on us?
No, no. I would never turn my back on a friend. I set a meeting for you with the Technomancers from Aurora. Their arms are open. You'll be safer from Victor with them by your side. You just can't stay here.
Why are you helping me?
A scratch on the back for what I hope will be a long-term relationship, Mr. Mancer. They'll meet you under one of their shadow paths. Take the map. You'll be well received. Now get going. As soon as you can gather your things and friends together. The longer you stay, the more danger those of us around you face.
How'd you manage to get in touch with Aurora's Technomancers?
Wasn't easy, but we have agents in all of the corporation's cities. The equivalent of Nisha, but not as easy on the eyes, lives in Shadowlair and was our point on this little mission. Their Technomancers are quite knowledgeable, powerful, and I assume the idea of having one of their counterparts from Abundance join them and give them a little upper hand probably put a few smiles on their faces. But their chief's name, it's slipping my mind. Profanity? No, something more. Chastity, promiscuity, generosity. Yeah, that's the one. Their chief's named Generosity, I think. He's quite chummy with the Dowser wisdom, I hear. Shouldn't be too hard for him to make you feel welcome. So set your mind at ease.
Takže jsme dostali tady padáka. Mou duši. Jediné, co jsme neudělali, je tady ta nějaká mise pro toho kazatele. Zkusíme se u něj zastavit. My jsme si aspoň poslechli, co to je za misi. Jestli si ji budeme moc odníst sebou.
Repent! We won't have access to the blue pen.
I had something else in... I'm looking for some work. Would you happen to have anything for me?
It is the Shadow who has sent you. I am looking for new worship objects for my followers. And there are relics. benign traces of those who used to live in the canyons around the city, in the ruins of splendid cities. I would have gone there myself on my knees as if it were a holy pilgrimage, but that horrible place is teeming with disgusting creatures.
A to je možná ta relikvie, co jsme tam našli.
You want me to get the relics for you then? All right, I'll see what I can do. Even though I have some doubts regarding those splendid cities, only a few dwellings there.
Jakou relikvii máme?
Repent! We won't have access.
I had something else in mind.
A já mu ji nemůžu dát, jo? Aha, ono jich tam možná bude víc.
You, sir, just came at a fortunate
Kde je nějaký další obchodník? Tady doprava a sem.
Welcome, welcome.
Taky nic. Poslední je u brány až.
The most exotic goods.
Taky nic.
Expected. I knew that these ruins were just small dwellings, and that these relics are not the ones that'll be of good use to us Technomancers. Everyday items used by the settlers. However, they have a significant religious value. I wonder if I should keep them. Could turn out to be useful.
Ne, sem ne.
Can't do this.
Aha, tudy má. Asi. Právě se to nepamazne. Aha, tudy má taky ne. Tudy. Mínus? OK. Já nechci žádnou mínus karmu. To znamená, že nemáme... že nemám tento noc. To rozeberem. Okay.
To nedáme. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Ještě jedno tady je, ta relikvie. Zpátky se běhnou dolů a proběhnou to tudy. Dobře. Běžíš? Tak, to by mělo být někde tady. Nádhera. Tak, budeme se mrknout dovnitř. Nazdar. Že to je ochočený, tak prostě z toho vysávat asi nemám. Páček je dobrý. Nechci otevírat dveře. Jsem ho chtěl vybrat. A on prostě padnul tak nešťastně, že ho nevyberem. Výborně. Tak, máme všechny relikvie, což znamená, že můžeme jít zpět. Jdeme vrátit tam ty relikvie. Aha, jsou zase příliš těžcí. Já bych chtěl taky tady to zvíře jedno pro sebe. By bylo super, kdybychom tady na tom mohli jezdit. Tak. Budeme to odezdat. A potom teda odejdeme dopryč, no. A zkusíme se sejít s těma Technomancerama z toho úsvitu. Co nám pěknýho řeknou. Co se děje? WTF? Já to nechci. Jsem vůbec nepochopil, co se stalo.
Repent! We won't.
I had something else in. I think I found all the relics in the canyon.
Even if you were willing to give them to me out of charity, I would be ready to pay for them. We had a number of donations recently.
I'm not sure that I want to sell them. Some merchants can give me more for them, unless I decide to keep them for myself.
No! How can you? Hell no! Hell no! These objects touched by the blissful will never enter the temple! I must have faith! The shadow will make you change your mind and will lead you to a fairer decision!
Dobře, dáme mu je.
I think I found all...
Even if you were willing...
Here, you've got them all.
Praised be the shadow! Each one of these objects takes us closer to the great reconciliation. May you be blessed. I will pray for you.
Tak, hotovo. Tady. No a to je vše tady. Teďka už nemůžu nic udělat. Tohle to nemůžeme dokončit. Tak jo. Tak, chvilku pauza. A půjdeme odsud dopryč. Tak.
Now we're headed back to Aurora. This is the definition of insanity. Do you think they know how many times I've attacked them?
I'm really sorry, Zach. I'm sure Dandolo would have preferred to keep us all in Noctis. It makes me uncomfortable, but we can't keep Noctis under Victor's crosshairs. He wouldn't hesitate to wipe it off the face of Mars just to get his hands on you.
I don't know about that. Big Bad Victor is definitely a manipulative rat, but he's gonna have a lot of trouble wiping out a city like Noctis using a couple of harebrained schemes.
To think, after all these years, I'm forced to join the enemy. Disconcerting, to say the least.
I don't want to make light of a bad situation, but doctors and scientists are welcome there with open arms.
And pathetic drunks? How are they welcome?
Do the corporations differ all that much? I know you were raised to think so, but as a mutant, I only see humans bickering over petty squabbles. The differences don't matter now, especially since they're welcoming you with open arms. Supposedly, Technomancers are treated well.
Here's the truth. I know this transition's gonna be hard for you. Aurora may ask you to fight against your former corporation. You may end up on the battlefield against men and women you knew from before. And at least there's no chance of coming up against an old Technomancer buddy, because they're all with you. Well, except for that snake Alan. But that doesn't really matter, right?
What bothers me is that they're gonna commandeer my baby. I'm warning you, Zach. I like you, but if they try to take my rover, I'm out. So fucking out! It's me and my rover or nothing.
Jo, to je zase ta železnice. Tady jsme byli.
take you down! You won't get away!
The last fight before freedom, Zachariah!
Aha, jsem odpálil sám sebe.
Release him. Let him serve as our messenger. I hope, Zachariah, that you'll forgive this little charade. But it was a means to an end, necessary to ensure peace of mind, the safety of Noctis, and those who will now welcome you. The ASC now believes you uprooted yourself to Aurora, where they will never go looking for you. So, keep a low profile here, and you'll have nothing to fear. I hope that suits your needs. To send you to Aurora was never really an option. The political climate is not exactly conducive to a Technomancer. And here you have Phobos, who's offered to open the doors of his home to you. But I'll leave him to explain this better. Your brothers and sisters will follow you. Be well, Zachariah.
Like I got ripped off. Dandolo had planned everything from the start. The costumes, the rover repair, and he even let Victor settle down without a word. All of that just to organize a fake meeting.
What did I tell ya? A douchebag with real nice clothes is still a douchebag. Even though he totally fucked us over, I gotta say, what you just did back there, real classy. Victor the Dictor's probably having a little tantrum.
I'm glad you find it amusing, Amelia. Go south. My people's refuge isn't far away. But you have to know where to look, or you'd never be the wiser.
What's it like? Magical city hidden away in a floaty island or something?
Nothing like that. It's a valley, or perhaps more accurately, a crater. There is vegetation there unlike anywhere else. Truly something you've never seen before.
A secret place that's one of a kind? What the fuck are we waiting for?
I wonder, how does your valley, city, state, whatever you call it, work? How's the ecosystem? Do you all take turns farming? And is there a monarch? I mean, do you have princes? Or do you have a people's assembly, like Abundance?
We avoid centralizing power, so we have orators. Orators come from the people and speak for the people. And if majority rules, then a decision is accepted. As we get larger, we will need a chief, especially in times of conflict, but it will be up to the people to elect a candidate.
I'm used to not being welcome wherever I go, but this place, won't we be despised for who we are? After what they've all been through, the grudges they hold against mankind, are more than understandable. But I'm worried, Phobos. Will your support be enough to grant us safe passage?
I believe so, but I'll also need to ask for Scump's support. He's our best orator, so as long as he's on board, it won't be a problem.
Farewell, Noctis. I'm sorry to have to leave you this way.
I'm sorry, Nisha.
Stop. It's not your fault. It's Victor's. I just hope I can come home soon.
You can do your business here, but you cannot enter the valley. No human is allowed there.
There must be a way to make an exception.
Sorry, Phobos. You know that I respect you, but I am following orders. To be honest with you, it is for your friend's safety. I do not know how they would welcome them in there. Maybe if another speaker supported them.
I will go see Scum. I managed to see him. He offered me something. Scum is an important figure here, one of the great speakers. People listen to him. If he supports you, you will be able to get in without being lynched. But he wants you to prove yourself by helping a group of mutants. From what he hears, a group of mutants have escaped a labor camp. They have not arrived here, though, so he fears they have found trouble. We will need to find them and see what has gone wrong. Bring them safely to the valley, and you will not only earn their support, but Scum's as well. Quite the asset.
All right. Do we know how they were supposed to get here?
The shortest and safest route to take is the canyon, right here.
Let's go see what happened to them.
Wowee. Roll up a fucking red carpet, why don't you?
Don't hold it against them. These are mutants who escaped slavery and abuse. It makes sense that they aren't completely pleased that their torturers have come up to their doorstep.
Fuck that. I never tortured anyone. Never made one of them my slave.
But you lived in the system that allowed it. Like all of us. Except Phobos, of course.
Jak ji prostě nemůžu dát dopryč. A tak abychom potřebovali fakt mít toho Phobose. Tak prostě půjdu se 2 tankama. Dobře.
These mutants took this canyon we were shown.
Hell yeah, fucking right. There aren't many paths leading to mutant valleys that are safe from the sun. We'll find them.
If these roads are safe passage, why haven't they arrived yet? Perhaps desert mirages got the best of them. Wait, did you see... Oh no, just my imagination.
Not a bad point, Crazy. But the road's never completely safe. We could have met some hungry beasts. And not too many people have a contingency plan for a flight of jellyfish or pack of mantas.
For a successful escape, the breakout is just half the battle. The other half is diligence. It is likely that they moved slowly and decided to stop and hide at nightfall, so I am not worried. But a little help never hurt anyone. See anything, Amelia?
Nope, but we're still far from that place you showed us. My baby's fast, but it doesn't go the fucking speed of light.
One must muster quite a bit of courage to escape from a city, only to risk it all in the desert, defenseless while soldiers are in hot pursuit, or have already suffered greatly.
I wonder how long they chase after them once they've left the cities. Most people think it's impossible to survive in the desert. So wouldn't they figure they could let the desert do their dirty work for them?
I hope no one was wounded. Blood attracts creatures of all sorts, predators that'll pounce on the weak.
They're from?
A work camp, farther north. You wonder how they managed to get here on foot?
Must have been a long and dangerous trip.
It was indeed. But my people knew that, for them, it was either freedom or death. And the path to freedom is paved with graves.
Tady jsme byli, tam je ta jeskyně. A tady jsme si domlouvali ten... Tady jsme si předtím domlouvali ten kšeft s těma zbraněma, který nevyšel.
The day is rising. They must find a place to rest, and this cave is perfect to hide them from both the men and father's son.
But this cave he has a bad feeling. There's danger here from the moment he wakes to...
No, we've already met and defeated danger, overcome it together. So he must stop behaving like a slave. Come!
Co pak tam je za potvoru? Ale...
Move away! Don't be afraid. Scum sent me from Mutant Valley to protect you.
Neaktivovaná.
The day is...
Tohle nebude tak snadný.
Can't do this.
Jo, takhle.
We're almost to Mutant Valley.
You have our thanks, man.
Call me Zachariah.
Then you have our thanks, Zachariah. We will not forget what you have done for us. We must hurry now, though. The day is coming.
Dobrá. Tak, máme level up. Tady to máme všechno vybraný už.
Just in time. That toad could have done some serious damage.
I think I'm gonna hurl.
But this is rather quite fascinating. Did you know that the lichen on its back is not merely a parasite? Well, maybe you... Anyway, they actually have a symbiotic relationship. The lichen cools off the toad's skin, while the toad lets the lichen feed off the ooze. Well, oozing from its pores.
Yeah, now I'm definitely gonna hurl.
Thank the moons. We were able to save them. I don't know if they could have survived without our help. Scum will be happy to see they made it. The gates of Mutant Valley will open wide for you this day, friend.
I'm antsy to get to town. I'm getting tired of spending night after night in this rover.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to bump you up to first class, bitch ass?
No. But even you have to admit, it'd be nice to go to the bathroom with a door.
I'm anxious to meet Scum. He's quickly becoming a legend around these parts. Some people in Noctis talk about him like he's some kind of messiah, even though he's only just been freed from Abundance's prisons.
Yes, he has lived most of his life at Camp 19, but he has shown great wisdom since his arrival. And he is quite the speaker. I think you two will get along very well. I know not a more devout advocate for peace.
Praise to the shadow. You are here. I was getting worried about you.
What's going on, Scum?
Cain is moving to take power. He came with dozens of followers, killed many who stood in his way, threatened to do the same to countless more. As for you and I, Phobos, I promise that he has already planned our deaths.
Zachariah, it is not my life I worry for. He will kill any and all who stand against him. He will wipe out human cities, destroying those with little more than sticks and rocks to defend themselves. Blood will drench this planet.
And I'm sure all our names are probably topping the list. And we better make a move before it's too late.
Tak jo, no. Vážně bych chtěl radši střelkyni sebou. Asi to prostě nemůžeme, co? Ne. Ale je furt zamčená. Ale už může vzít tuhle stůl. OK. To 4. Lední železo. Oh. Jedno železo potřebujeme kvalitní. Aha. My jsme to vylepšili tímhle s tím. Hmm. Nic, no. Ach jo. Hmm. Okay. To uděláme takhle. A jdeme. Jdeme to tady vyčistit. Tedy.
Look around, please, but don't break.
I'm just looking for information.
Oh, well, all I have is good.
Hmm. Co pak je to?
Look around, please.
OK, zkusíme si tam na to dát nějaký lepší kritičák. Elektronika. Sakra, sakra, sakra. Co já tam mám? Větší zásah. Danej, no. OK. Když tam dáme jenom ten dvojkový kritičák, taky tak to bude o chlup lepší. Tak. Kde pak jste?
One of my ostriches is limping. I think she's hurt. Have you tried applying lichen bandage? I've heard it works wonders.
Only if you dip it into manta drool first. The lichen dresses the wounds, but if you don't put anything on it, it just acts as a dirt barrier.
Ah, I see. Thanks for the advice. I'll gather up the ingredients and fix her up. She's my little baby.
Aha, ono to je. Pak tady ty dole. Kde ho mám zastavit? Jo, tady dole.
It would seem they have blocked the doors to stop potential disruptions to the bloodbath they have prepared. I know of another way in, though. Follow me.
Turn on his own people. Here I was thinking that every problem could be solved if you had big enough backup.
That's how it should be. Unfortunately, people can't be stopped from stepping up and taking what they want.
Look what we have here. The fool who believed he was a more worthy chief than me. It is now my way or no way. Follow me, or follow death.
Will you never change, Cain? Is your only path the one stained with blood, paved with hate? The same hate destroying your own people? Look around. This valley was once filled with peace, but is now filled with gravestones. You cannot continue to lead our people down this road.
You have gone too far, Cain. Fight someone your own size.
Hezky pěkně. Musím si dávat trochu víc pozor.
Look what we have.
Yeah, come on, kill him!
not kill him. Even if his heart pumps with pure hatred, spilling it makes us no better than he. It ensures more blood will follow. Please, be better than he is.
Scum. If I were as good as you, I would not be me. And that is all I can be. One cannot continue to trim a weed that will not stop growing and spreading its seeds. One must rip it out by the roots. He will start wars among us, or between us. He cannot live another breath.
Oh. Zabít, nezabít? Chceme být asi kámoši se Scumem, tak to zkusíme. Scum, to je ten, co jsme mu pomáhali s Rayem. V Marzu.
Glad we taught that prick asshole Kane a little lesson. Scum's a good guy, though even if his name sucks. Gonna be hard to become chief with a name like that, even though he'd make a good one. Why aren't you running, Phobos?
I have no interest. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Zachariah, you are living proof that our people can live in harmony. You have helped us enormously, but now I believe it is time to make a decision.
We must present a chief to the assembly.
The time for speaking, I am afraid, is dwindling. If our internal quarrels give rise to conflict within our own, we need someone to unite us. We must walk as one race, place differences aside.
Then it should be you. There is no mutant who lacks respect for you. And unlike Kane, your leadership will not spill blood.
As a strategist, though, you are greatly respected as well. Perhaps it is you who should run.
I know it may not be my place to give an opinion, but I think that it makes sense for you to be chief, Scum. You inspire them, and that's what they need.
Perhaps you are correct, Zachariah. Though the fear of needing to be not just a chief, but a strategist that must lead a charge to free our brothers, I do not know. But we shall see what my people have to say.
My love and support are yours, Scum. I will continue on with Zachariah until he finds peace, but I will come back to help you once it is done.
Humbly he stands before you. Once we spoke like this, remember? When we were bound in our chains. But that's behind us. And today, myself, Scum, in this valley that is ours, can finally say, I! And such freedom was bought with blood of our fallen brothers. Hear me when I speak these words. I also have the belief that our found freedom must be shared. And for that reason, let us rise, but with no violence, without freedom taken by crushing down those who, too, were once our brothers. So might we all be brothers someday, even those who once bathed in our humiliation. In my dreams, I see a planet where mutants and men live together, break bread together, bear witness as their kin play together. Let us not create adversaries with wrath, or become the cruelty once shown to us. Instead, let us show mercy, and in that mercy, let there lie our road to peace. And with the Shadow's mercy, may this dream of freedom and equality spread across the surface of our planet.
Zachariah, we must talk.
About what?
This is your safe house. The ASC could not reach you here, correct?
That's the hope.
But consider this. Even if Victor cannot reach you here, how many times has he tried to impede you, to track you? You've already had to escape from his grasp twice. Perhaps the time has come to be less passive, to gather your allies and take the offensive for once. Word of the power he accumulates in the People's Assembly of Abundance is terrifying. I speak not of violence, but perhaps of some other way to bring him down. With all that you have done for so many, I am certain many would be more than willing to come to your aid, and even more invigorated when that aid will bring such a tyrant to his knees. You have our support, the Technomancers, and any others you can gather. And from the great heights to which he has climbed, the fall will be tremendous. He will not recover.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it is time to take the offensive.
He's got a point, you know? Maybe you should talk to your captain. I mean, how long's the ASC been fucking over the army? They gotta be fed up with them by now, no? I mean, the fucking army'd be a great damn ally in Ophir. Not that there aren't others in Ophir who'd be happy to give us their support, but not really the kind of pricks I want to get in bed with, you know?
You talking about Anton and the Vori?
I sure as hell wasn't talking about my grandma.
No tak, to mi sem fakt nedali nikde dolů. Nic na smontování zbraní. Mám to jenom tady. Tak já nevím. Ten quest mi nějak jakože se nikde furt neobjevuje.
Hi.
Zachariah, to what do I owe this privilege?
I heard you escaped. How'd you do it?
Through a very sad and beautiful story. Sad because of the lives such success cost. Beautiful for the outcome it created. Are you aware of the conditions of the prisoner camps? Factories of pain and sadness. Mutants are harassed by fellow inmates and guards alike. Beaten, mistreated, forced to work. Many died from exhaustion or untreated wounds. One day, one of my people had fallen from exhaustion. I tried to stop a guard from hitting him. Understand, I am not violent, but their violence had to stop, so I struck the guard, and after that, events escalated. Rioting soon had become the only solution. We never had the thought of running away, only the need to show we would not live in those conditions anymore. A man, another prisoner, gave us aid.
You remember his name?
Yes, Roy Temperance. He had a boy. Innocence, I believe. They gave us tools to defend ourselves, but the key to our escape came with the death of the camp's administrator.
A soldier?
A Technomancer, placed there by his superiors for disobeying orders, from what I understood. No one dared look him in the eyes. His name was, if I recall correctly, Sean Mancer. Did you know him?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew Sean. He was my master. He was growing tired of the path Abundance was taking, and he probably said it one too many times, to one too many people.
I am sorry, Zachariah. Even if his death made way for our escape, I can feel your pain.
I'm looking for some mutants on their way back from the canyons. I want to thank them for helping me find my friend Scott. Thank them and ask a few questions.
The group I think you are speaking of are nomadic. They go to the canyons and live off the currency of the information they can gather, selling it to your Prince of Noctis. I can show you where they reside if you would like.
I'd appreciate that.
What's the problem? The old man's story rubbing you wrong?
A little, yeah.
He's fucking weird, I know, but he any weirder than usual?
Hi.
Zachariah, to what do I owe?
Tell me what you know about Phobos.
We are not too well acquainted as I am new to here, but what I can say is that he is incredible, courageous, and intelligent. A large reason the valley has become what it is today. He freed many dozens of us, forged trade agreements for us with Noctis, kept us informed of the news from Abundance. Unlike many, never once has he let himself be blinded with hate for humans. When he speaks, mutants listen. He has seeded our young nation, and for that, he has my eternal respect.
What do you know about Kane?
Our murderous brother, ragefully violent, greedy for power, hungry for revenge, chose his name from the legendary assassin of the settlers, a hero whose legend he hopes to live up to. His only drive is to eradicate humankind, and his hate has become contagious, gathering followers who feel the need for revenge deep within their hearts. It is not that they are wrong, for all the hurt they have suffered. It is just that, for a hopeful future, they are not right.
Where are you from?
The mines that would become Camp 19 during the war. I was born a slave, the last in a long line of mutants. The first, I am told, to have committed a treachery that cost him their face and soul.
Tell me you don't believe that bullshit.
The beliefs one are raised in are hard to shake, no matter how hard one tries. Since I have been here, talked to Phobos and others, it has become a story that seems less than likely. If you wish to know of the mines from which I came, there is little I can tell. They dug for water and ore. It was harsh, isolated. Then it became a camp and it changed and became hell.
You crossed the desert to get here, didn't you? How'd that go?
It is a desert now, only by name. Our planet is changing, growing, with or without its inhabitants. The lichen has been spreading, and at night, the dunes come alive with life. Dangerous, yes, but it is telling how your kind have turned this planet into a large rock with just a few cities. You dream of leaving it, and that is good for you. But for my kind, there is no hope of acceptance back on the blue marble. This is our home, from now into eternity. And with that, it is with great joy that I witness our planet open itself up to life.
Greetings, Zachariah.
I think it's time I answered Victor's constant attacks. I'm gonna need help, though.
That's what family is for, Zachariah. We are family, united by the mutual suffering inflicted by Victor. His time to pay for all he's done has come. We are united in that.
Okay. Řekl bych, že za mafii to nepůjde. S nima až tak kámoš asi nejsem. I když jako vysloveně zlý to není.
Hey.
Hello. How are you?
Someone told me about you, so I wanted to come say thanks. Your instructions helped me save my friend.
I'm just happy you got there in time. We would have helped ourselves, but feared letting humans know free mutants roam around.
Don't blame you. You see what led to all of that? By the time I got there, they tortured my friend, and the Technomancer in charge was leaving.
Found himself surrounded by the Technomancer and his soldiers, who wanted to know where they could find a man named Zachariah. You, I suppose.
What did he tell him?
Not the answer you are scared he gave. He said nothing of your location. Instead, he told this other Technomancer that he knew who he was, but it did not seem to matter. The question was asked again. This time your friend screamed back that he knew who he was, and that they must listen to him. That is when they began to beat him, and he began to scream for mercy. Mercy that would not come, even as he screamed that he could do something for them. The violence only grew. That is when we ran to warn Dandolo. What he was offering to do for them, I do not know. He never said. But it did not matter anyway. All they wanted to know was where you were. Nothing else to them mattered. The torture lasted for hours. Your friend may be not all there, but his loyalty cannot be doubted.
Thanks. And thank you for going to Dandolo.
Of course.
Mám pohnout s tím, ale...
Scott, thanks for coming. Please have a seat. I'm just trying to understand something.
Ah, a scientific query. Let us engage.
No, not quite. I just wanted to understand what you were doing with Alan under that shadow path. A couple mutants saw you and said you told Alan that you knew what he was, and that you could do... Of course, the jackass didn't give a damn. All he wanted to know was where we were. But what the hell were you trying to do, Scott?
Do? I wasn't doing. I was doing something, but not what... There are opportunities in life. He might have become an ally, a great Technomancer. Even if you're not friends, he could... I was... a mistake.
Charles told me about his research, what he discovered. I know you read it and know our secret. That you know exactly what we are, and that you were about to tell Alan.
I believed, who would guess he would be so stupid as to not listen to all I had to say? But I guess now is the time I should start explaining. It is a rather laborious story, some of which you know, some of which it was 17 years ago. With our corporation's unparalleled obsession with the perfect man, I found myself ensconced in gene research. My son, my flesh and blood son. I loved that child, cherished him like nothing else, but my work stole time from him, more and more, and when he was diagnosed with symptoms of the mutation, I disintegrated. As the best geneticist in abundance, I ensconced myself in research of its genome, discovering its mutation, and I heard whispers of tests the settlers had made because they, too, had been coping with the chaotic mutative effects of the radiation. So, my friend, Mark, delivered me to a distant city, remote, nearly unlivable. I stayed there, poring through their documents until one day, I uncovered their work on a therapy which had only a singular side effect.
It modified the human body's electrical production.
Precisely. Technomancers are the result of a controlled genetic manipulation. Mutations instigated to protect us from more erratic mutations created by the radiation. A discovery I found myself racing to try out on my son. But first, I needed test subjects. So I volunteered to heal children in the slums. Found 2 young boys there to test its efficacy. And lo and behold, it worked.
Andrew and me.
Yes, yes. Your abilities were gained thanks to my experiments, but that was not all that was gained. I had proof that I could replicate the therapy, and that, you know, now, could resist other forms of mutations. From there, well, I secured a research budget from the military, who in turn assured me they would return my son. But for him, it was too late. The experiment failed to help him, and I found myself with little choice but to end his suffering, rather than see him in a life of slavery, the life of a monster. And to the military, because I could not yet reveal what I knew, as I knew not yet what you were to become. Saw only my failure. I lost everything. Found myself socially exiled. And when Andrew's death came, you, Zachariah, became my only chance for success. My only chance to regain my past glory. So, I kept close to you for all these years. Until you finally became a Technomancer. My success. A chance for me to win back my approval. Glory within abundance. I would be the man who created Technomancers. We needed to escape. By seeing Alan, I had hoped to fix that. That they might take you back, and in turn, I might... Madness. The madness had overtaken me. Greed. Instead of being proud of my success in you, I only wanted more and more, and... Forgive me.
Leave me alone. Please.
Sakra, proč mají přilbu? To je zvláštní. A já ji nemám v tom rozhovoru.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia. I'm fine, thanks. You must have traveled a lot. Could you tell me more about what you discovered?
You know, when I'm being sent out to explore, it's for prospecting. I drive around, take samples, map out the area, that kind of thing. I discovered 2 mines last year. We'll put them into service once we connect them with the shadow paths. Wow, it doesn't sound as exciting now that I think about it. But I don't care. Despite all of this, I can go almost anywhere. I see landscapes that others will never see, and sometimes I stumble across amazing places. I'm not doomed to remain under a shell of metal.
Tě tady fakt nevidím. Nic, co by nám pomohlo. Musíme se dostat do toho jeho, do té jeho ordinace. Jestli tam něco najdeme nebo ne. Oh.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Sakra, teďka jsme tady měli mít místo Phobose-Nishu. No tak ještě jednou. Budu se modlit, že to tam v té skřínce třeba je. A jestli ne, tak budu naštvaný. prosím, ať to funguje. Není to tam. Fakt to tam není.
About Aurora's dowser?
What? That he was killed? It's all BS if you ask me. If there was one ounce of truth, yes.
Don't know if you've heard. I'm not gonna tell you your business, because I sure as shit wouldn't want you telling me mine. But
everything they've done,
you're gonna be asking your old comrades for help. I doubt they're gonna want to do it if you're also banding up rebels, you know?
I don't mind so much, since if that's true, it'll bring my daughter back home.
She's still fighting at the front?
Yeah, I haven't had any news in ages. ASC is blocking all contact with our soldiers. I can't help but worry when you have no idea how well they're doing.
Hello there, Zachariah. What do I owe the pleasure?
Well, now that you're asking, with Victor and the ASC after me, my only options are to keep running or retaliate. To retaliate, though, I need some allies.
Well, given what you've done for me, and the fact that Victor and his not-so-secret police are at the root of the plague tearing Abundance apart, you can count us among your allies, Zachariah. When you've got your next move planned, come and find me. We'll be ready whenever you are.
Good to hear. See you soon.
Kde najdu složku? Jo, ještě se zastavíme za mafií a za kapitánkou. Tím to zapíchnu tady asi.
Have you read the news on the walls? A prison camp riot led to a mass mutant breakout.
I wouldn't accept it as fact just yet. Mutants aren't smart enough to start a riot. It's sketchy to me.
More fact than propaganda.
Zach, look. I know Anton and the Vori could bring a lot of support, but they're bad people, Zach. They exploit the poor, force corruption, and always try to get their greedy little fingers into every part of the planet. Plus, you know damn well Dandolo won't take an alliance with anyone who works with them. And honestly, imagine if we win. How much power would Anton Rogue walk away with?
Máš pravdu. Máš pravdu. Tak na ně prdíme.
Traitor, get him!
Tak skočíme jenom za tou kapitánkou. Semka. Jsem se tomu chtěl vyhnout.
Captain, good to see you. I need allies, Captain. Allies willing to go up against Victor.
And let me stop you right there, Zach. I don't like the Colonel. He's the worst thing to ever happen to this corporation. But I trust you even less. No one, least of all me, is going to risk their neck for you. I hope you bring Victor down, but just know, I'll be watching you. And if your plan somehow involves selling abundance out to our enemies, I will bring you to your knees in a pool of your own blood.
Jak je tohle to možný? Máme přátelský vztahy. Tak proč ona mě odmítá? Vztahy s armádou přátelský.
Captain, good to see you. I need allies, Captain. Allies willing to go up against Victor.
And let me stop you right there, Zach. I don't like the Colonel. He's the worst thing to ever happen to this corporation. But I trust you even less. No one, least of all me, is going to risk their neck for you. I hope you bring Victor down, but just know, I'll be watching you. And if your plan somehow involves selling abundance out to our enemies, I will bring you to your knees in a pool of your own blood.
Oh. OK. To nevyšlo. No nic, přátelé, ale tady to zapíchnu. Pokračování bude až zítra. Takže já vám děkuji za návštěvu, přeju vám krásnou dobrou noc a uvidíme se pravděpodobně zítra, a pokud bychom se náhodou zítra neuviděli, potažmo dneska večer, pokud bychom se neviděli, tak pravděpodobně se uvidíme až v pondělí nebo v úterý večer. Ještě nevím, jak to všechno budu teďka zvládat. Každopádně pro teď je to tady vše, mějte se hezky, dobrou noc a u dalšího streamu zase. Ahoj.